Hey guys, it's Julesy back with another Insecure review. So this episode was released early because they were trying to get ahead of the holiday weekend because it is Labor Day weekend, and I guess I don't know what y'all doing. So let's just get into it. So episode 4, I feel like we're finally getting into some transition, like something finally happening because it's just been going slow, and girl, we finally getting some bang bang. Wow. Hey. Yes. Issa in this mirror confidence, I guess the mirror really was a thing for her. Like it really was, like the fact that Daniel had taken the mirror down off of his bathroom really was like a harboring thing. And now it seems like she's coming into her own. I think this is a good transition to be getting into the new apartment, to having to go through the old things and relinquishing old things and moving into new things. And you know, she got her little boo now. She got her a part-time bae. We'll see where I go. He got a nice voice, but you know, I need a little bit more melanin in my life. But you know, whatever floats her boat, hey, she has enough for both of them. That's working, I guess. You know, I was ready to ask, like, why is Daniel? I was getting ready to ask, why is Molly so indifferent to Daniel? But I guess as a friend, I would be indifferent to a man who verbally chopped sweet my friend and threw her under the bus as well. But I still feel like maybe we can like be a little bit nicer to Daniel, Molly, just a little bit, because Issa definitely verbally chopped sweet him. Maybe not as harshly, maybe not as rudely. I mean, no, it wasn't as rude, but I don't know. The kid is just, he's whack. I get it. He's whack. It's unfortunate. We wanted him to be more. We were excited about him last season, and this season it's like, wow. Molly gifted Issa a $150 bottle. Hennessy XO is definitely like $150. Am I not mistaken? I've never actually bought it. It tastes delicious. I think Hennessy is nasty, but Hennessy XO is the thing that heaven is made of. It is beautiful, it is smooth, it is silky, it is good. On to Molly, because I'm happy to see her back. I think of the storylines happening this season, Molly's kind of carrying it for me. She's the one I'm most interested in. Maybe Nathan will be the pep in Issa's step that we need. I don't know. So one, with the Dro thing. I'm happy to see he has not returned. I'm happy to see that she is making it through. She's a little bit lonely. She's a little bit sad. Is it really just a black people thing that we have weird ass rules for our pets, like our house pets? Like we have them, but they can't be in our bed. I mean, I love a black person that has a pet and does not let that Negro inside the house. That's my personal favorite because I'm very allergic to animals. That was a really cute scene, and I don't even like dogs. That was a really cute dog. Black folks really do be having random rules for their house pets as far as like letting them in the bed or letting them in certain spaces in the house. They can't go in certain rooms. We don't kiss them in the mouth. I see you. Okay, be a stereotype, sis. A positive one. Molly in the office. All right, first, I'm gonna backpedal a little bit here because I'm happy to see her back at the therapist. Even though we got all of one line from the therapist, we are grateful. Thank you, sis. The therapist definitely recommended that Molly shift her perspective. So rather than always complaining because you're here, you want to make it work, you don't want to like just leave right away. You need to see maybe how you can be of aid rather than be the one that's always pointing things out as a negative. Molly kind of compares her career life to her dating life and like the situation with Dro, and it turns out all this time she ain't never mentioned Dro to the therapist. So sis, is this growth? Are you growing? Are you emotionally maturing? Because you're not confronting it, you're not interrogating it, you're not really dealing with it. You have just pushed it to the back burner and hoping that it's gonna go away. Does that mean that Dro just hasn't popped up on his own? Like, what's happening here? Like, what, girl? Sis. The office meeting, I guess Malcolm finally showed up, show up late, whatever. It is kind of weird to see her have, like, her not be able to, like, insert herself into the meeting, but I guess it's a new dynamic. You're still trying to figure out how the flow of things go. Is it an impregnated pause, or is it a period? Like, you don't want to be hyphenating your coworkers during these legal meetings now. But Torian, with the and the setup for the Morehouse slander, that was a giggle, giggle, giggles. For Molly to take her therapist recommendation, still go overboard. I think she's just very competitive when it comes to work. But like the fact that she would take her therapist recommendation and her resolve to that is to kind of overcompensate by both reaching out to the women and to Torian because she wants to be all things to everybody, I guess. I'm like, why don't you take your time and build your relationship? Because it is interesting, like if you were in a meeting with someone who overtalked, and I guess it's like it's a boys club, you're just trying to figure it out, you're trying to navigate it, and you're gonna make some missteps. So I'm not mad she did it because I'm interested in seeing this storyline explored, and I think it'll be really good for all of us. But I am kind of curious to the idea that she sat in a meeting, she saw how Torian overtalked her, he had no regard for anybody else at the table, and it was the women in the office who she went to first and who kind of were like, it was like a homegirl connection, like they looked out, they were there. She offers her services to them, but then overextends herself with Torian. And did she not pick up in the meeting that there was some sort of, I don't want to say allegiance, but there, there's a natural, like, I'm wondering what the motivation is behind that. And I'm, as much as it's like, okay, we want to be critical of that moment, I also think it's like, you know what, if this is what we need to, like, explore this storyline and to have this moment so we can have this discussion later on in the season, and I'm hoping we get to that point, I'm here for it. Like, let's go, let's do this. That blue outfit was a little, I mean, she looked good, but I'm like, girl, you giving all the curves, all the looks in this office. Okay, sis, we see you. I just would like to just insert that if we're going to get more therapist scenes, her therapist needs to have at least 3 lines minimum. This is therapy for all of us. All of the insured ones that can't get there yet, sis. It's a privilege to have therapy. Share the privilege with your audience. Stop cutting your therapist off. We need more words from the therapist. Thank you. Stay blessed. Nathan with the blonde hair and the deep voice from Houston. The 832. Okay. For some reason I thought 832 is a new area code for Houston. But what do I know? I never had a Houston phone number. I just lived there in the boonies for a very brief period of time. Nathan run into her at the taco spot. I really enjoyed their interaction because we get some punchlines in, we get some humor, we get some Issa being awkward, which I think is when Issa is at her best. Best scenes is always her and this kind of very chill but cute awkwardness that she exhibits when she's attracted to a man. LOL at Issa giving him a tour through the hood though, like a tourist. Like, okay. But I guess, now they can probably do insecure tours for all of us visiting the LA area. We want to go to the black neighborhood, do an insecure tour on a red, hop on, hop off bus. I see it branding. I see it happening. It was a great setup. But Issa's childhood home is at like, ooh, they got money. That was a real cute house. That'd be like $2.5 million today in today's market. Like, sis. But them going skinny dipping in that pool, like, sis, did you not think that was owned by white people, or that you finna trespass and skinny dip when black folks is out here getting shot by the popo? That was real brave of them. That whole setup is real cute. I mean, I enjoyed the energy of their interaction. I don't really have a whole lot to say. If Nathan is going to be the catalyst to light a fire under Issa's behind, to put a battery in her back and really, her make a move in her life in a positive direction and stick to it and, be more secure in the choices that she makes, then by all means, I am here to explore it because we need it. If all we ever going to see of Chad again is on that daggone billboard on a park bench, sis, I need the humor. I need the inflection. I need the movement of the storyline to happen, and I'm here for it. I'm enjoying this. Okay? Let me know how many of y'all think Nathan is attractive. I don't think he ugly. He's just not my type. I think he's actually good looking. He is good looking. I like his voice the most. Of all his features, that velvety voice is just, yes. Turn the lights outside. I gotta look at you. I just want to hear your voice. I like that a lot. Issa needs to put some damn curtains on her window. She the property manager. Everyone can't be seen into her apartment. What she doing? Where she going? Clearly her tenants are crazy. Clearly she gonna have to step up, set some boundaries, set some rules, and handle her job because sis is part-time. Don't let them hoes ruin your life now. I guess she's in a good position to finally actually quit her job and the bottom not fall out from beneath her, and I'm just hoping that we can see some progress. So again, I still don't really have a whole lot to say. I know I didn't talk about the scene of Issa choosing not to sleep with Daniel last episode, because for me, like, the season is just dragging a little bit, that like things finally kind of happen and I'm just like, girl, finally, thank you. I could be more exuberant about her quitting her job, but I'm happy it's here, because we've all been saying for the past 3 seasons, like, bitch, quit your job, just quit it. And the way they kind of did it didn't like need to have like this big blow up. It wasn't like this big catastrophe of a moment that I kind of guess maybe I was expecting more of maybe in previous seasons, because Issa's so accident prone. The fact that it was just like kind of like this, I'm good, I'm out, I'm moving on, I feel good about this, and it's just happening in like a natural progression for her. Okay, let's pick it up now, sis. We got 30 minutes. Make it boom, boom, bap. And I think with episode 4, season 4, we'll see you next year. But with episode 4, we are finally on the right track for that boom, boom, bap, bap, brap, brap. A sex scene with Nathan will probably be fascinating. Wow, we know it's coming, because what does HBO love? A butt shot. They sure do. Issa must have a clause in her contract where she's like, I ain't getting naked. Because all her sex scenes, we ain't, everybody else get exposed. But Issa, I see you. Keep that brain game strong. We see you. We here for it. All right. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on this episode were. Do you find Nathan to be attractive? What are you most looking forward to? Like, what storyline are you most looking forward to them exploring? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, we'll see you next week for episode 5. We in with this. This week, we on a roll. We on a roll. Deuces.